What's going on, guys, and welcome to the channel. Today's video, I'm taking you guys along for a little ride. I don't know how today's gonna go, but we are going to go to some junkyards and see if we can find some parts. So we swapped over the axle to this 3rd gen rear axle with disc brakes, but I'm missing a brake line that goes from the T to this caliper. Also missing the caliper bolts, the ones that bolt it to the actual assembly here, and then I'm also missing the slide pins. So I'm gonna see if I can pick up some stuff, and then the other thing I want to try to do is see if we can or cannot find a dash. This one is so brittle and weak. Like I mentioned in a few videos, you can purchase the top portion, the one that goes here. You can purchase the bezel that goes here, but you cannot, I have not seen somebody that sells at least a 94 to 97 ones of these. So I'm gonna go to the junkyard, see if we can find one. If it's the wrong color, I don't even care at this point, because we are going to just straight up paint it or do whatever we have to do to make it tan, because there's really not that much selection. So I've got some tools over here. I've got the Eco Diesel running, so it's cooling down because it is 1,000,000 degrees out. So we'll hop in the Eco and we'll get going. Okay, so we're gonna try this little spot here. It's only 5 minutes from my place, so figured we'd hit this one. It doesn't look that big or that fancy, so I don't know, see what they got. Apparently they have 197, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is not that big of a yard. If I can do this all one-handed, carry my tools. I didn't bring that many tools, by the way. So this is kind of a bunch of Mopars right here, but everything they were saying is kind of all over the place, which I can definitely agree. I see a newer Dakota here, but I don't know what's next to it. Apparently there's one 2nd gen and one 3rd gen here. It's kind of looking like the 2nd gen right there, maybe. I'm not sure, it's so mutilated. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely a 2nd gen right here. And the dash, obliterated. So that's not gonna work. Okay, so this dash is toast, boys. Can't even get through here. Yeah, look at that. This one's like completely destroyed. All right, so that's no good. Let's see if we can find our brake lines at least, though. There's apparently a 3rd gen somewhere in here. Look at this crazy setup, guys. I was like, wait, does this thing have an E-fan? Somebody Jimmy rigged some electric fans on here. I don't see any other good parts on this one, but I almost was like, wait, a factory E-fan setup? No way. Okay, I don't see no 3rd gen. Oh, there it is right there. Let me get my tools. I thought I was the only one in here because it's kind of a slow yard, but ooh, this one is extra crusty. I don't think we're gonna find what we want on this one, boys. Plus, she's rusty, she's crusty, and the whole axle's missing anyways. So yeah, I do not think this is gonna be the ticket for us. So, all right, well, off to the next, I suppose. All right, so I'm at another yard, and it was actually kind of funny. I had a bet with the guy at the front. I should start recording some of this stuff, but a lot of people don't like being on camera. But I had a bet with him because he said that 08 was the body change to like the 4th gen. And I said, I'll bet you my entry fee that it's in 09 when they changed the 4th gen. So he looked it up, and I got him for free. It was only a $2 bet, but it was pretty funny. Anyways, they only have 2 trucks here apparently. They've got this one. So I don't know what kind of crackhead was painting all this stuff blue in here, but that's what she's got. Let's see what we got for a dash. Yeah, absolutely obliterated as well, you guys. So this one, I don't even know what year this thing is. I think this one's a little bit newer. I don't know why, because that's the newer style cup holder, but it's way the heck up there. Hard to say. No, this is an older one. It's still 94 to 97. Oh, look. It's even got the keys. Yeah, we're still SOL, boys. Look at that. Got electrical tape. The working man's truck. Anyways, let's see if I can find this 3rd gen. There's a 3rd gen right there, actually. Let's see if I can find my brake parts. Dang, somebody snagged the rear axle. So there's no rear axle to get the bolts that I need. I wonder if I can find them off a different model. Well, there's a whole lot of everything up in here, isn't there? Poor single cab. I just wanted to be single cabin. I'm wondering if these, oh, this is actually, it's a 4-wheel drive, so it wouldn't work, but I do want to at some point see if these knuckles from a 2-wheel drive newer one will fit onto our 2nd gen, because if it does, then we could put the better brakes on the front, because these 3rd gen brakes are definitely better than the 2nd gens. But yeah, this one's a 4-wheel drive model, as you can see by the CVs up there. Yeah, take a quick look around. I don't know if I showed you guys this the last time. I'm gonna go over here for a second, make sure my tools aren't gonna go for a walk on us. But check this thing out, you guys. So this has that like full body kit, the, what do they call this, sniper body kit, I think that's what they call it. I can't even remember right now, I'm drawing a blank, but it has that body kit. It's too bad because the street scene mirrors, one of them's busted. I saw this here last time. This thing's been sitting here for a while, but it's got like the full body kit, even this ugly back bumper too. It's crazy because there's not really much wrong with it, but somebody just said screw it, dumped it. So anyways, let me see if I can find what I'm looking for, and if not, we're off to the 3rd yard of the day. Ooh, I might have got lucky and found another 2nd gen. Let's see what this one is. Ooh, yikes, that is a hard hit. This is a 98 though, or 98 and up. So that one's, yeah, it's all busted to baloney as well. I think we're out of luck, boys. We are out of luck. Bunch of frauds. Newer Dakota. Yeah, that might be it for our little adventure on this one. Might have one last stab at this. Alright, now we're at the 3rd junkyard for the day. And I found a 3rd gen, and it's got the rear axle still in it. So I need this brake line right here. So I need this one, and then I need the bolts that hold the caliper on, and then the slide pins. So I'm gonna grab all of that, and then I guess technically I could maybe grab these parking brake cables. That one's a little chewed up. I don't know if I should grab it. I'll see. If it comes out easily, I'll grab it. If it doesn't, I ain't stressing. You guys already know me. I was trying to find the oh, pardon the beeping, but trying to find the cleanest set. There's another one here, but this one's a little rustier than the other one. And then there's another 2nd gen here, but this dash is either it was good and somebody took it, or it's literally that missing. It's hard to say, but somebody might have taken it, honestly, because it looks like all the screws are removed. I don't see any remnants of plastic, so somebody might have taken this one. But anyways, let me just take another quick look. See, I see another 2nd gen over there. Just gonna make sure my tools don't disappear, because if you guys been to these junkyards, people got quick hands. So let me go over there. All right, see what the deal is with this one. No way. You guys, that's not, it's a lot more intact than mine at the moment. Let's see. Could this be it? I know the top is gonna be gone, but yeah, the structure is gone as well. I thought we were gonna get lucky, boys. Yeah, the top of that part's missing too. So this is the same as mine, look. Just junk, unfortunately. That's too bad. Thought maybe we were gonna get lucky, but nope. Same nonsense. Somebody was saying something about these being worth money. Cup holder thing. Don't know if that's true or not, but cup holders that are intact. It's broken in the back too, though. Alright, well, we tried. Check this out, though. There is a 4th gen right here, so let's see if there's any good parts in this thing. Ooh, she's a little... Somebody came and yanked the motor. Yeah, they didn't waste any time coming to get that engine. Well, yeah, it did have a Hemi in it too. $400 for a Hemi. They weren't playing, but it probably had 1,000,000 miles on it. Look at this freaking body on this thing. It's just roasted. What else? Center console. does have a center console. Might almost be worth grabbing this because I'm gonna cut mine up. I might grab it just to see. Somebody already beat it all to crap. Yeah, because really I just need this. All right, well, I'm actually gonna yank the center console out of this thing, you guys. So I figured I might as well since I'm here. I also have a couple other things in the works, which is why I kind of want this piece, but I'm gonna pull this thing out. Hopefully they don't charge too much when we get to the front, but I'm gonna grab it. All right, so we got the center console, no armrest, but we'll see what she rings up for. I got one of these aftermarket for the SST, but I'm gonna see if it's only like $5-10 bucks. I'm gonna grab this radiator hose as well because having an OEM one is probably gonna be more sturdy and probably flow a little bit better, because the aftermarket one I got, like, it was like kinking like crazy through here. So I don't know, we'll see. Let me go ahead. We still gotta get the parts that we originally came for. I did not plan on yanking all this stuff, you guys, but figured since it was here, might as well. So it does have an upper glove box, but the it's all like stained and stuff, so I figured no point really. But anyways, let's keep moving. Okay, so we got our center console. I was just taking a look at a few other things. Man, check this thing out. This thing has just been rotting forever, but this thing is badass. It's an old school Jeep. Look at that. This thing would probably be so sick if this thing wasn't all rotted out with these fender flares. You could make this thing look dope. Oh well, sad day. Jonathan's gonna cry. Speaking of Jonathan, is this you? Did you park up in here? Look at these brand spanking new tires on these. Man. Oh, Jonathan's gonna be crying when he watches this. No, not the WJ. No. Lionheart tires. Woo-wee. Look at them taillights. Jonathan, look at these things. All right, back to it. Let's get our brake line. Okay, so we've got our banjos that we're missing, our 2 main caliper bolts, slider pins, and now let's get the heck out of here because I am roasting. Oh, and of course our brake line that we needed. I also did find these. I think I might see how much they will charge me for these. So these are factory lift blocks, but technically I could use them as lowering blocks since I did an axle flip. I might see how much they want for these suckers, because this is one of the second gens with the off-road package, which was a little bit higher. So if I take these, like I said, you could use them to lift or lower depending on if you have the axle flip. So these are a nice solid unit, so why not? Okay, gotta love it, you guys. So we got the center console, got that radiator hose, we got the brake line, we got these, and grand total is 48 bucks. So not bad. If you can be the kind of early bird gets the worm scenario, you can make out all right over here. So, and this kind of, some of the stuff will help pay for some of the other crazy stuff we got, because I only need the very center of that, and then I can sell the rest of the center console locally as well. Plus, if I don't need these, those are factory lift blocks, so that'll be all right. But anyways, let's get out of here.
3 days later.
I found a Gen 2 dash that's actually not completely obliterated. If you guys have been following along, I need one for our project truck, the Dodge Ram 1500 SST with the Hemi swap. So let me flip this around and show you. I'm gonna try and take it out. I'm at a U-Pull-It yard, and we'll see if we can get it out without completely destroying it. Okay, so here's the dash. She's broken on the top, but all over here looks decent. Only thing is, let me show you from their side. It's got 656,000 miles on this thing. So right now it looks good, but I'm just a little bit worried when we start taking it apart that she might crumble. 656,000 miles. That's insane for this thing. I don't know if it's Cummins or V8, so it's a gas somehow. Okay, so I got it mostly apart. She's still in one piece, I'm happy to say, but I got it tipped back. Problem is, because it's 4-wheel drive, I got this stupid thing in my way, so I'm gonna have to try to take this off the transmission somehow, because I need to tip it back to be able to get it out. All right, I think I may have managed to get this thing out in one piece, boys, so now it's just a matter of lifting her out of here. Okay, so the reason why I was struggling with all this hardware, I had to take the steering column out because I couldn't get this removable panel out, and like the actual frame of the dash, we'll end up drilling out the rivets and taking it off of the frame, but this is definitely a flood vehicle. It's all the connections are corroded, and then you look over here, look, Fort Myers. So this is right out of the flood zone. And I'm sure if I look over there, let's go see. I bet you it says the same thing. Yep, look right here. Lost type, water. So she is a flood zone car, but that's okay because the dash is good. I think it's actually originally a northern vehicle because it's got like that undercoating, that kind of oil waxy spray all over everything. You can see it all in here. So obviously it was from Fort Myers at the time, but I bet you this is originally from the north because there's a lot of evidence of that, and the dash isn't completely obliterated. All right, guys, so we made it back and the dash is in one piece. So super happy with that. So you can see in here, here's the old obliterated one. This one is, I don't know, maybe somebody would want this still, but I don't know. It's cracked everywhere. One thing I am going to try to do is, since this was from a flood vehicle, like the dash frame is excessively rusty. So I'm probably gonna try to drill out the rivets and then we'll re-rivet it to the other frame. And then maybe at the same time I can paint that frame, because this thing was a flood vehicle, as I showed you. All the connections are corroded and whatnot. You can see it's all green in there, and I couldn't get these screws out, so that was such a pain because you're not allowed to bring like cutting tools into the U-pull yards. But I needed to remove this section so that I could get it over the steering column. But this screw, I snapped off multiple bits in here because I just had simple hand tools, and I couldn't get this out, so I had to literally take out the whole steering column just to be able to get this stupid thing out. But I just ordered the top piece, so a top piece should be here in a few days as well. And then, yeah, we'll be able to swap this out. So I'm pretty excited for that. Put the whole top piece in there, put it onto the new frame. I'll paint the other frame just so it doesn't continue to rust. And then we will be able to put this in. And that's just one more thing off the list. The other thing too is, you remember this is the original one with the wood grain, because it has wood grain. Oh, it doesn't have wood grain now, but you can see it right there on the sides. It's got the wood grain thing going on. And I managed to actually remove this one, and it was also wood grain, without breaking it. So where did I put it? Oh, it's in the back seat. Let me grab it. So check it out. The factory wood grain, and it is all intact. There's one crack right here, but you can barely even see it. But other than that, the factory one is intact. So pretty happy about that as well. We'll be able to get this in here. Maybe I'll try putting some epoxy or something to kind of strengthen it over here so it doesn't continue to crack. If we have to remove it again, I don't want to be breaking it in pieces. But yeah, we got everything, boys. All right, guys, so that's gonna do it. It's a million degrees outside, so I'm back in the office with AC, but got a ton of good deals, got a lot of good parts. Just want to take you guys along for a little bit of a different adventure for a change. Got a lot of stuff for our Dodge Ram 1500 projects. We've got the brake parts, we got a dash, $400 on the dash. It seems a little bit expensive, but at the same time, just the bezel that goes around the gauge cluster and your climate controls, that one's usually like $110 just for a cheap aftermarket one. So between that and having the main structure, you can't buy a 94 to 97 main structure at this point in time of making this video. I've seen 98 to 02 by like LMR or something like that. They make that one, but the 94 to 97, I couldn't find anybody that makes a reproduction of it. So you're left trying to find one. I've seen a bunch that were ranged from like $800 to $1,200 on eBay, but I didn't see any tan ones. I saw a lot of like gray and different colors like that, but not tan. So for $400, I'll take it. I pretty much pulled it on the hottest day of the year, or at least super hot. It's like 100 degrees plus humidity down here, but got it. So I'm waiting for the parts to show up. We'll put the top on it, and then we'll transfer everything over to the new structure. So if you guys like this type of content, me taking you guys along kind of behind the scenes, finding all the parts for the builds, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below if you want to see more of this type of stuff. And yeah, we got some good deals, and overall a good little adventure. So thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe. See you on the next video.